Alright, what's going on, guys? Quick trade recap for today. So, going into the day, I was bearish 100%. This was AM session, right? So, this is what I was looking for. We had a order block. I was looking for these relative equal lows to be swept. I mean, we swept these, and that created SMT, which kind of screwed us. But I still wanted to see it come back down and take out all the lows, which obviously it ended up doing. But anyway, so around 10 o'clock, I wanted to see a push up into this 15-minute order block and then see a change to delivery out of that using the 10 a.m. power of 3. So boom, over here, come over here. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about over here. So right here, you would think is a perfect trade, which it is. This follows, by all means, is my model, right? We come up at 10, tap into this 15-minute order block, and off that we get a change state delivery right here. Change state delivery. I didn't actually take this because I was at the gym and I was probably mid-set or something, but I wasn't really too locked in on the charts at this point, even though I should have been because it's 10 a.m., right? But it wasn't the biggest thing on my mind at that point. Another trade that would have worked even better, and I'm kind of glad that I wasn't there to take this because obviously we created SMT at those lows. So while it would have been a great setup, that SMT kind of would have scared me a little bit. But so if you would have got in there on that change state delivery, I think you would have gotten in right here, right? Oh no, you wouldn't have. So I mean, it wouldn't have even. Yeah, this wouldn't have been too good anyway because say you're targeting the relative equal lows down here, right? And then stop right here. Yes, that would have been a change state delivery, but your entry would have been down here. And well, I mean, 140 ticks is not bad. It just isn't the best. Like, I'd rather it be a little bit tighter, but didn't take that anyway. Would have been a decent trade. So we'll get rid of that stuff. This would have been the even better trade, and obviously I was not paying attention this early because I was waiting for like around 10, and then obviously missed that. So here you have SMT, you're delivering from a gap, and we have all this built up low resistance liquidity and London lows. Change state delivery is very clean, which is right here, and that's where you enter. And this is what I mean, like you can tell this is a much cleaner, and you could even wait. So most of the time I wait for a pullback, and you would have got with a limit order, and you would have got filled perfectly. A smaller stop, better range, and no drawdown at all. If you want to go break even, you have a good break even point. Could be this internal lows where you could go break even. Whatever you want, whatever works for your model. There's that trade. I missed that. That would have been probably the trade of the day for me, and I would have been done. But I didn't trade till a little bit later, around 2. I was waiting for the new 4-hour candle. So this was my idea. Come 2 o'clock, I wanted to see a push up into this 15-minute fair value gap, which is exactly what we got. So by 2:15, we're in that gap, and then dropped onto the 1 minute for executions right here. This was kind of a forced trade. There was 1 minute inverse. Even though I was bearish, I figured that we would want to go up into that 15-minute gap, so that would have worked for me if I had held that. But I knew I was kind of just forcing a trade, so I just got in, got out. So that doesn't really matter. It didn't like really make me any money and didn't lose me any money either. So here was the real trade. We come up, tap that 15-minute fair value gap that I was talking about, create SMT with the highs, which is perfect, and then change state delivery right here in the 1 minute. Obviously, the range was a little big. We would have ended up, if we got in immediately after the change state delivery, then that means we get in down here. And we almost double our stop, right? So instead of a 3.15 RR, we have a 1.79. So this is obviously much better. I waited for it to pull back, so use some patience, which is definitely good. I like to see that. And at this first internal low, went break even and cut 2 out of my 5 micros. I'm starting to up my leverage just because I feel like on evals, you need to do that. You shouldn't just be trading them for like weeks and weeks. So my plan is to up it on evals, and then on XFAs and like past accounts, go back to my normal leverage. So yeah, went break even and then cut 2 of my cons, left 3 runners, and full TP at sell side liquidity. Obviously continued down for a while. This was previous day low, but just because it was like almost 1,000 ticks farther down, or like 850, I was not going to try to target that. Plus this was good enough for me at 3 RR, perfectly fine with that. So I ended with this trade and this trade together. I ended up about 600 on the day. It was like 603. So the account's sitting at $50,603, right around there. TikTok saw all this first. There's an in-depth video on there and stuff like that as well. Well, just a quick one. This is definitely more in depth, but if you don't have time to watch videos and stuff, definitely check out the TikTok, same name as YouTube channel. And yeah, that's really it for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.